But when we're talking about these elements, you have to remember that this stuff is coded within our DNA. Nothing is really new under the sun. And at the end of the day, and a lot of people try to use this argument in a disingenuous way, and they try to use this to kind of discredit hip hop from being a foundational Black American culture. But what I want to say to the FBA family is, we do not have to deny that these elements existed in ancient times, all the way back in the motherland of Africa from the very beginning, documented. We don't have to deny that in order for us to claim our culture. That doesn't contradict that hip hop is a unique foundational Black American culture. The fact that the elements existed in different forms throughout the continent since the very beginning does not negate the fact that hip hop as a culture is a uniquely foundational Black American culture, because hip hop is an amalgamation of these elements, right? And also our unique experience here in the wilderness of North America, where our history was completely erased from us, proves that our reaction to the music, our manifestation and our expression came from something that was coded deep within our DNA, deep within our subconscious. You have to remember that us as individuals, you are not just 30 years old. And this is from Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. You are not just 40 years old, 20 years old, 60 years old, however long that you've been in this physical body walking the planet Earth. You have to remember that you are your ancestors, and that in actuality, you are millions and even billions of years old, meaning your DNA, the genome that creates this body, this physical manifestation of God that you are, has been here for millions and even billions of years. We have been here since the beginning of time, right? And so a lot of these elements are coded within our DNA, and the sounds that we create through the music is what jots that ancestral memory. Our reaction to the drum, you don't understand why you dance. You don't understand why you snap your fingers and why you clap your hands, why you stomp your feet, why you move a certain way to the rhythm. It just happens automatically. It's not something that you think about. It's like your heart beating, or breathing, or your fingernails growing, or your hair growing. There's something taking place beyond this three-dimensional level. We exist in many different dimensions simultaneously. We are not just this physical form. You know what I'm saying? And so there are many parts of our existence that we've lost the ability to tap into, intentionally on a conscious level. We lost the ability to tap into these other realms of existence, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist anymore. We exist on many different platforms simultaneously. And so the drum is an ancient instrument. And so when we hear the drum, we have an ancestral memory that kicks in that makes us react a certain way. So the rapping didn't just come out of the blue sky. It didn't start in 1973 in the South Bronx. Breakdancing didn't just come out of nowhere. This was already encoded in your ancestral memory. Even if we go to the DJ, and even though it involves a certain technology that didn't exist in ancient times, the sounds, why were we attracted to scratching the record? Why did that become an important element of DJing? The sound that the record makes when you scratch it. We had a natural reaction to it because there was something encoded in our DNA that made us react to it in a positive way. There's an ancestral memory that's kicking in that we can't all the way decipher it because we've been dumbed down. You know what I'm saying? We've been dumbed down through this process that we've undergone under the system of white supremacy. We've been dumbed down through the food that we eat. We've been dumbed down by the air that we breathe, the pollution, and all of this stuff. You know, our daily routines. You know what I'm saying? We're not eating the things that are natural to us. We may not be standing on the part of the earth that is natural to us. You know what I'm saying? We may not be getting the proper amount of rest, doing the meditation. You know what I'm saying? The rituals that enable us to contact the spiritual realm, if you will, the ancestral realm. You know what I'm saying? We've lost those abilities to do it on a conscious level, but it's still there. It's still part of our existence. And so the sounds that we make when the record scratch, hold up, we have a natural reaction to that. So to my foundational Black American brothers and sisters, we do not have to deny Africa in order to solidify who we are. We don't have to deny that. That doesn't contradict what we're saying. Because in modern times, in this era, no group of people on the continent or anywhere else in the diaspora brought these elements together and created an influential culture that has dominated the planet. Only we did that.